Going to do shoulders, arms, chest. So I'm going to take you through ranges of movement. So with the shoulders, protracting, retracting, so you can understand where you kind of fit with your shoulders and what's neutral. We're going to be abducting, so coming outwards. Hopefully, the muscles include your pecs, deltoids, biceps, triceps, traps, lats as well, and you've also got rhomboids, teres major minor at the back. There's a load of muscles that surround your shoulder joint, so we're going to try and move through all those kind of movements, all right? I'm not going to lie, it's a bit tasty tonight. In my experience with classes, no one likes arms and shoulders. Alright, so I'm forewarning you now. But look forward to the challenge. What it's doing is strengthening, it's giving you flexibility, giving you more range of motion. Now I've still got a dodgy shoulder, so there's a few things that I may not be able to do to show you, but if you just listen to my voice, and we'll work it out. Okay, so if you can come to your mat. Do you know what, I've been in, I got here early and I'm still not ready. Oh, sorry, block straps, okay. Blocks. I do encourage you to buy your own blocks and straps as well, just because it's there for you. Right. It's because I like chatting too much as well. I'm ready. So if anyone got shoulders, I'll keep an eye. If there's anything you can't do, to make sure that you get more movement or just go to more comfortable. So it's a good base, similar lessons to last time. Perfect. So, come into our easy pose on the mat. You can take your socks off now, or you can come and leave them. So this is the time where we ground ourselves, come into the present moment. So let's start with the physical side of it. So grab the fleshy parts of your butt. Bring them back so you really feel the sitting bones on the earth. And next thing, arms or hands on the knees. Relax the hips. Allow the knees to come down. And if your knees are up like that, you might want to sit on your block just to kind of give a little bit of height and then allow yourself to relax. As we're grounding, I'll come round with a bigger block, and that's not the same thing, it's just more comfortable. You'll get what I'm saying. Okay. Next thing, take a nice big deep inhale. Count 4, 4 in. Bring your shoulders, lengthen your spine, and as we breathe out for 8, we're going to bring the shoulder blades back and down. So we're going to go through that movement again, counting in breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, this time breathing out right down to the root. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What I'd like you to do now is connect with breath. Now you can either close your eyes about a metre in front of you. And continue the breath. Just recognise what your body is doing. And just connect with the breath. This is the centre. This is the point that you come back to. So, what I would like you to do is continue breathing in for 4 and out for 8. I'd like you to turn your attention to the mind. Turn your attention to the mind. And remember, this is internal, so any external noises, come back to the breath. Just turn your attention to the mind. Just see or notice any thoughts. If there's any thoughts, just allow them to pass through. Allow them to pass through and be the observer. And if your mind's being distracted by something you've got to do after this, or these thoughts, or I'm not doing this right, this feels, come back to the breath. Let it pass, come back to the breath. Just continue breathing. Feel your sitting bones on the earth. We're just using this time. For some people it takes a little bit more time to relax. And what I'd like you to do is just open up your eyes if you do have them closed. And what we're going to do is inhale, take a nice big deep breath up. Join the palms together, looking up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands to heart centre, bring it via your third eye, draw a line all the way down. Imagine there's that connection, physical line from your mind to your heart. And just place your gaze down towards the earth. And then we're going to inhale, rise up again. Breathing into the belly and then exhale down. All the way down. And then one more inhale up. Breathing in nice fresh air. And then exhale down, relaxing. Bring the gaze down towards the earth. And relax the hands on the knees, and then inhale, rise with your head. As we exhale, we're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder. And we're just going to look down at the left knee. Or the right knee for you, sorry, the right knee. And you feel a stretch just elsewhere. And then inhale, rise up as we come to the left. And then we're going to look at the left knee. Okay, inhale, rise. And we're going to circle the neck round. If you want, you can hold your hands at the back of the neck, just give you some support. And then inhale, rise. And we're going to go around the other way this time. Just the once. Alright, relax there. Now with your shoulders, inhale, bring your shoulders right up to your ears, squeeze, and then exhale, take the shoulder blades back and down. We're going to inhale, rise, exhale down. Inhale, rise, exhale down. Perfect. Inhale, let's take the pinkies on the shoulders, relax, then on the next inhale, let's bring those elbows together, take the shoulders back. Inhale up, Use the breath, exhale down, remember to bring the shoulder blades together. Inhale up, you should be rounding up the spine here, the upper back, and then this is where we exhale, sort of extend it a little bit. One more, and down. Okay, relax there. Inhale, let's take the arms up, and we're going to come down with the left hand, the right hand, and come over with the left. Inhale, rise up, exhale. Inhale, rise up, exhale down. Inhale, rise, and we're going to continue doing this 3 times on each side. And what we're doing is getting the spinal and lateral flexed and warmed up. Equally, get a nice side bend there, side stretch. And I think I've gone 4, but never mind. Alright, inhale as we rise, we're going to then exhale, come round to the right, twist in the spine, come round to the front, and then twist round to the other side. Make sure you go to what range of movement is good for you, and then continue doing this nice and dynamically. Alright, couple of times each side. Alright, lovely. Okay. So, we're going to come onto our hands and knees, into our tabletop position. So, as always, make sure hands are shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart, shoulders are over the wrists, and hips are over the knees. Now, just pay attention, just turn your attention to your shoulders, or your shoulder blades, should I say. And I just want you to notice where your shoulders are at the moment, i.e. have you got them down so they're protracting? So have you got them like that so you're getting your shoulder blades are coming together, or are you rounding them like that? If you are doing either, just bring it to a neutral posture so you're not rounding too much and you're not come down. Now what I would like you to do though is drop your chest down, drop your shoulders back, so your shoulder blades are coming together. Can you feel that? Alright, that's retracting your shoulder blades. Then we're going to push away from the ground, bring in your shoulders up and you're curling them up. And that's protracting the shoulders, okay? And we're just going to do that a couple of times till you feel the neutral stance. And this is also good as strengthening exercise for your shoulders. Once you're happy, come back into your tabletop position. Then we're going to push the belly down. We're going to look up into our cow pose. So you should feel the shoulders coming into together. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring the shoulder blades out again so they're coming apart. But this time we're rounding the whole spine up. This is like your scaredy cat pose. And then inhale, come back down. Now if you're feeling it a bit on your wrist, stick the pinkies into the mat. And exhale up to cat pose. Inhale down to cat. Exhale up to cat. When you do the cat, bring the chin into the chest. Make sure the core is engaged. Alright, and come to a neutral spine. We're going to come back onto our bum, onto the heels. Warm up the wrists. It's getting a little bit colder now, so just start flicking the fingers out. Like so. And rotate the wrists one way, rotate them another way. And then when you come together with your hands, just do a little kind of dance here, getting nice and warmed up. Getting the wrists warmed up, the joints, getting the fluid to them. If you go through the lesson and you're thinking, just sit back, do a bit of that, and you should be alright. But there'll be times where I'll sort of direct you to do that anyway. Alright then. Whilst we're here, we're going to do a few movements with the shoulders. Okay, so come into your cactus arms. We're going to go up and down. And instead of, just notice where your shoulders are. So you want your elbows in line with your shoulders. Come down, up, you shouldn't be doing. So I'm just passing my knowledge. Okay, and the next one, we're going to go down, up. Just notice your range of movement as well, range of motion. Up, still dodgy though. Up. It's mad how this one was so strong compared to this one. And it's about having that balance in yoga, isn't it? It's about having balance in the body. So just become aware of your body within yoga and where your weak points are, where your strong points are. Okay, should be nice and warm in the shoulders. Okay, so plant your palms down. What I'd like to do is tuck your toes under, bring your knees just off the ground, and then push into the bum towards the heels, and then finally we're going to come up into a downward dog, alright? And what I'd like you to do is either just walk the downward dog out, press the heels down, pay attention to your shoulder blades, bring them back and down as well. Your gaze should be up towards your navel or through your legs, and release, relax the head down. There we go. Right, I'm just going to pop round, just have a little look. There we go. Make it really there. Drop the head down, up. See if you can press your chest towards your thighs a little bit more. Your feet can really hit with the heart of the one. And close in, just going to touch you there, relax your head. Push your chest towards your thighs. So you're pushing away from the earth. Nice. Just nice to relax your head. Gaze should be up towards the navel. Perfect. We could just push away from the ground. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Alright. And start to walk forward, nice and slowly towards your hands. Into a half forward fold. Bend the knees if you need to. So pay attention where the shoulders are. If your back's rounded, you need to bring your shoulder blades back, place your hands on your shins. Then inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, bring your head down towards your knees. You should be looking through your legs into your full forward fold. Alright, and then we're going to come up vertebrae by vertebrae. What I would like you to do is take any warm stuff off that you've got, because you will be going into some salutations and you might be hot. So, if you're happy. Okay, so take some breaths. Sorry, my iPad's like giving me a jip at the minute. It's like, yeah, it's not working today. Yeah, never mind. Okie doke. Right, bring your feet together, tuck the tailbone in, bring your shoulder blades back and down, palms face down into your Tadasana, mountain pose. On the next inhale, I'm going to rise up with your hands hinging at the hips, coming into a forward fold. Drop the head down, looking through your legs. Inhale, rise to a half fold, so to bring the torso up parallel to the earth. Exhale, plant the palms down. Let's go back into a plank. Alright. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the knees down. Then what we're going to do is pivot forwards, take the elbows backwards, bring your chest down and your chin. Leave the hips high. Release the hips down, and then we're going to push away from the ground in your Sphinx pose. Make sure the elbows are in to the side body, pressing down on the hips, and then exhale back to downward dog. So arms under the shoulders. What I would like you to do is come up via the knees. Once again, bum backwards, and then push high after that with your hips. Adjust as you're in downward dog. And then what I would like you to do is step forward towards your hands, into a half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. And then come up vertebrae by vertebrae on the in-breath. Reaching nice and high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely. Coming into Tadasana. Take one breath. On the next inhale, rise up. Nice and tall. And then exhale, down, forward folding, hinging at the hips. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down and step back into plank. Once again, inhale, lengthen, make sure the shoulders are neutral. Core is engaged, thighs and buttocks. Take the knees down. And then exhale, elbows in the side body, chest and chin. And then inhale, rise to cobra, all the way up. Once again, turn the elbows in, right in to your side body. The hips go down onto the earth. That's it, so we've got a bit of a extension of the spine and come back into a downward dog. So come up via the knee, up into your downward dog. Alright, inhale, let's take the right leg up to the sky. Let's bring the knee all the way through, stepping in between your hands, however that may look. Left knee down, inhale, rise, and as we exhale, we're going to bring the hands down, inhale, lengthen. As we exhale, pull the hands down, bring the hips forward. Now, only go to what your flexibility allows. If you need to come up a little bit more, that's absolutely fine. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hands down, come back into a downward dog. Now you sweep your leg through, come up, into a downward dog, or use your foot. Next inhale, let's go with the left leg up to the sky, and bring it through. So come up onto the right toe, bring the left leg through, step through, take your right knee down, inhale, rise, ooh. Exhale, pump. Bring the hands together, inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hips forward, and your shoulder blades back. So your shoulder blades should be really coming together on this stage. Inhale, rise, and exhale, plant the palms down, come back into a downward dog. And you're going to step forward, jump forward. Inhale, lengthen, 2, half fold, exhale, full forward fold. Please bend, put a bend in your knees if you need to, and then coming up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up. And exhale, hands to the center. Coming into it, Tadasana. Take another breath. Everything all right? Okay, you'll find your way. Find your way. Sorry, there's no music at the minute. Okay. And let's go again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down, forward folding. Right, this time we're going to do something a little bit different. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down, step back into the back. Now please, if you have any back issues, go onto your knees like what we did before. If you don't, what I would like you to do is just rock forward. Make sure your core's engaged, your bum's engaged and your thighs. And all you're doing is rocking forward on your toes. Okay? And you might feel your shoulders going over your hands, that's absolutely fine. What I would like you to do now is inhale, lengthen, rock forward, take your elbows backwards. Now come down, take your knees down. If you're doing that, please put your knees down because you should be coming chest first. If you're doing chest first, this is chaturanga. Have the elbows right in the side body. So when you come down into chaturanga, you've got the support of your elbows as well, and that allows you to stay in this position, okay? Then what you're going to do is push upwards into a downward dog. Downward dog, up dog. If you're doing up dog, you bring your hips off the earth and your feet are kind of face down. And then back to downward dog. Sorry, I kept you there for a while. If I do keep you there, just breathe through or place your knees down. Okay. Stay in downward dog, that's fine. Alright, that is hard. So I don't expect everyone to do it, but if you want to have a go, then that's cool. Just make sure it's done properly and without putting pressure on the back. Okay, come forward into a half forward fold. So walk forward, half forward fold, and then exhale, forward fold, all the way down. And just allow yourself to relax, feel the lower back, the pressure off the lower back. You might feel it in the hamstrings. If it's too much, bend in the knees, that's fine. Alright, and then come up nice and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up, and exhale, start centering. Alright, Tadasana, take 5 restorative breaths. Once again, I'm just going to show you, okay? So if we go down into Chaturanga, you can either go onto your knees, which takes, but still keep that straight line. You engage the core, the butt and the thighs. It just protects your spine. If not, you could come forward, elbows go backwards, into the side body, and you come down, okay? And you stay there for a breath, and then move upwards. If you're on your knees, you could come up into your downward dog. Hips nice and high, okay? It's hard work. Hard work. Look at it. Have some water if you need it. But the strengthening of the chest, the arms, the shoulders is great. Alright. So we're going to go into the main session now. Alright. Forgive me if I get my lefts and rights wrong. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, Tadasana. Inhale, take your arms up. And what we're going to do is grab hold of the left arm with our right wrist. And no, it's the opposite way for you girls. So grab the left hand on the right wrist, on the right arm. I've got it there. And we're going to bend to the left. Yeah, that's the one. I hate being opposite. Alright? And what I'd like you to do is bring your shoulders back as well, because sometimes we go like that, so we're not getting proper stretch in the side body that we need. Alright? And we're going to come upwards, and then we're going to sweep down into chest. So as we exhale, we're going to come up into our chair. Notice where the shoulders are, they should be by your ears. If you are struggling because they're down there, that's where your range of motion just needs a little bit of improvement, but that's just self-awareness. We're going to inhale, just lengthen, we're not straightening up the legs. We're going to take the arms behind us, clasp the hands together, and then we're going to push it outwards so your chest and your heart showing. What I'd like you to do is still look forward and still try and sit back as well. If you're struggling a little bit, that's where the blocks come in handy. Put your heels on there, like so, and it allows you just to bring your butt down a little bit more. And you should feel that stretch in your pectorals. Alright, and straighten up the legs, undo the arms, and we're going to come down into a forward fold. Just allow yourself to hang here for a breath. And plant the palms down, step back into it. Alright, please take your knees down if you need to. What we're going to do is plant the right hand down. You might want to come sort of a bit wider with your feet. And we're going to go out to the front with our left arm. Remember, your knees are there to support you. Make sure everything's engaged, your back's, make sure your back's not kind of coming down. Okay, inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the hand down, inhale, as we come pivot on our toes, come into our four-limb staff pose. Please put your knees down if you're extending your back. And then we're going to release our body to the earth. And then we're going to come up with our hands, okay, come down into cactus arms, coming up, down, On the exhale, inhale, come up. And once again, come down on the exhale. This time we're going to place our hands under our shoulders, spread the fingers out, dig in the pinkies. Make sure the thighs, the buttocks and the core is engaged, and we're going to push up into Cobra. And we're going to stay in Cobra for a bit. Twist the elbows inwards, bring the shoulders back, and allow your hips to relax into the mat. Straighten up the arms if you can. It's okay if you can't. You could go into a small Cobra, which is this, but make sure the elbows are right in. Right, what I would like you to do is just lower yourself back down. Now, I'm going to come in and drag the elbows in. Is that okay? What I'd like you to do is just push up. Alright. Keep them here. Elbows right in there. Okay. And then twist the wings up. Hold, hold. Nice. Right, just roll your shoulders backwards. That's the one. Inhale, lengthen as the exhale, come back down. Yeah. Come back down. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, rise. Let's go again. Inhale, up. Okay. And this time we're going to come back into our downward dog. So, tuck the feet under. Either come up via your knees or push back up all the way. Hips nice and high into downward dog. Alright, make sure your hands are down on the mat. We're going to take the right hand over to the left ankle. So you're bringing it off, reach into the left ankle and twist it out to the side. Showing your heart, twisting out to the side. Remember, take your knee if you need to. Okay, you might not get to the ankle, you might just be able to go up to the thigh. That's absolutely fine, okay? Alright? But what I would like you to do is twist in. Alright. Drop the hand down. And we're going to go into a child's pose. So take your knees down, out to the side. Just a couple of breaths in our child's pose, just to reset, okay? Alright. And we're going to push back up into our downward dog. So come up via the knees, hips nice and high. Then we're going to drop into what's called a dolphin. So, come down onto your knees a sec. What I'd like you to do is put your elbows down onto the earth. Bring your hands across your elbows. Now, if your hands can't touch your elbows, you need to bring them in a little bit more. Okay? So everything's always shoulder width. Then what I'd like you to do is take your hands out to the side. You can either place them flat or bring them together. Hips are going to go nice and high. So, bring your hips upwards. Your head should be hovering above the earth. And then we're going to start to move forward so your hips are over your shoulders. Now, so, there we go. Just going to have a look. So your head should be hovering above the earth, alright? Nice. Walk forward a little bit more. You take, this is quite a lot on your shoulders, so please come down and go back up if you need to. But breathe, remember, come back to the breath. If you've got a little bit of hurt, say for example. Now, if you want to go into a headstand, feel free to. No? Alright. You can if you want. Alright, and we're going to come up into the downward dog. So, the feet just out a little bit, and then come push up into your downward dog. And then we're going to take the right leg up to the sky. Bring it all the way through. So when we bring the left through, come up onto your left toe, protract the shoulders, bring your knee through where you can, and stack it in between your hands. I know not everyone can do that, I appreciate that, but just telling you how we can do it. All right, press down, we're going to come up into high lunge. And this is where the real work starts. Okay, take your left arm across your body, take your right arm across the elbows, and then we're going to twist until the two palms move into eagle arms, okay? All right, make sure the balance is there. And you should be getting a nice stretch in the upper back. Come back slightly, or have a nice neutral stance. Okay, inhale, let go, bring your left knee down. Place the left hand by the right foot, and we're going to twist to the right. So we're twisting that lunge. You can bring your left knee off the earth if you want, as something a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to go into side lunge. So if you're happy to flick your leg to meet the other, then that's fine. If not, just take your leg out, bring both in together, and take your right palm upwards. Now what you can do is place your knee down if you're not quite happy to go into a side lunge. So by placing your knee down, you still get the benefit. All right? So this is where I know people don't particularly like side lunge. So plank, sorry, plank. So I'm going to be quick with this as quick as I can. Lovely, looking good. Can you meet the other leg? Or are you? I'm just trying to challenge you, that's it. That's all. All right. So swing back round into a plank. I'm going to move through our vinyasa, but before we do, so come into your plank, we're going to move up into a downward dog. What I'd like you to do is come up onto your toes, protract your shoulders, so you've got this kind of body wave through coming into plank. And as you do, release yourself down into chaturanga. Inhale, rise to cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Remember, take it to the end of your meeting. And jump forward, step forward, into a half fold. Exhale, fall forward. And come up vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way up. Take 5 breaths. Tough ride, I know. But only do what your body's capable of, or your range of motion is capable of. But please, if you're coming into chaturanga like this, I really need you to go onto your knees, because I don't want anyone to be hurting their lower back. Okay? There's nothing worse than having an injury. Alright. Everyone alright so far? Okay. Alright. So we're going to do exactly the same as what we did in the first one. We're going to move through this, but a bit quicker. Very mindful of the time as well. Alright. So inhale, rise up. This time grab the opposite arm. I think you're going to the right. So bend to the right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Into chair. Settle into chair. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the hands behind. Push it out. So we're going to do a little bit more flowing this time, and on the opposite side. Alright, inhale, rise. As we come into our forward fold, palm your palms down. Let's step back into plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the body down. Let's hinge on our feet. Bring the body down into falling star. We're going to come up with the hands and then down into cactus on the exhale. Inhale. Let me hear you breathe. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale Okay, what we're going to do is plant the palms down, inhale, rise to cobra. Remember, elbows right in. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, draw the body down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, down. Remember, elbows into the side body. Inhale, up. And as we come into our downward dog, pressing back. And then we're going to twist the downward dog again. So place your right hand down this side and reach. Right hand down, reach your left hand to the right outer ankle. Or up to the knee, to the thigh, whatever's good for you. But as we twist, take the other side outwards. Alright, so you're looking to your right. You're looking to your right. Okay. You want to take both hands down, and all you've got to do is place one hand on and the other just bring it on the outside of your thigh. So you place that hand down and that one just on there. That's it, that's fine. Alright, just doing it the same thing. Look at you, Mel. Waiting for me to come to the next move. Alright, and come down onto your knees. And we're just going to push back into the child's pose just as a reset. Okay, and come up again into a tabletop position. And we're going to go into dolphin, so make sure you're happy with your elbows. Take your hands out to the front, so you can palms face down or interlock your fingers. Untap the toes, bring your hips nice and high. The head is not quite on the ground, it's just hovering. And you should be looking up towards your navel. Start to move forward, so your hips are over. Your hips are over your shoulders. If you feel like you're rounding up your spine, protract or push your hips higher. Push your hips higher. All right. You okay? You right there? So good. Okay. All right. And push up into downward dog. So straighten up the hands. Into a downward dog. We're going to bring the left leg up to the sky. Bring it all forward. Step in between your hands. Inhale, rise up. This time, right hand, left hand over, coming into our eagle. Eagle arms. Requires a bit of balance. And you can look up as well. Should feel it in your hip stretches, hip flexors as well. Alright. And inhale, lengthen, exhale. You can either keep the knee high or bring it down. Bring your hands down, plant the right hand down, and then turn to the left. And we're coming into our side lunge. So, plant the right hand down and step back into our side lunge. Always your knees there if you need it. If you want a little bit more, take your leg up. Breathe through it. That's it now. Right. Okay, and come forward. Let's go through our last vinyasa. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Bring the body down, elbows in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back to down. You'd be pleased to know you're going to bring the knees down and have 10 breaths in your child's pose. Whew. Okay, we'll slow it down a little bit. I apologise about the floor, by the way. Usually they've got cleaner in here, but I've been stepping on bloody crumbs and all sorts, so I'll have a little chat with them. Okay. Alright. In fact, we've got one more little challenge, then we'll relax it down. Alright, so after your 10 breaths, just bring your body up, rising up. And we're going to come into a seated position, so however that is for you. Swing your legs round. We've got time, have a quick bit of water. So this, we're going to slow it down and hold our stretches a little bit more after this one. Okay, what we're going to do is take the hands back, bend the knees up, take your feet hip width apart and your hands. Now we're going to be pushing up into reverse tabletop. Alright, so the pinkies are directed to the bottom of the mat. And what we're going to do is push down on the hands and raise the hips upwards towards the ceiling. This is a real good kind of strengthener on the core, the back and the shoulders. Okay, so when you're ready, inhale, rise up. I'm going to hold it for 5 breaths. 5, 4, push your hips up as best as you can. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your butt down and release your hands. Just come forward with your bum, keep your knees bent. And what we're going to do is take both shoulders, both hands back. This time our pinkies are facing the rear of the mat. And what we're going to do, you can either take your hands out or you can bring your bum forward a little bit to the point where it just is like, yeah, I'm not going to take that any further just in case, alright? I'm going to hold it for 2 minutes. I know. But, honestly, it will benefit you. If you think, I've done 30 seconds here, all I'd like you to do is come out of it, give yourself a bit of a shake and go back into it, okay? So, in these sort of moves, connect with the breath. Engage the core. And just allow yourself to relax. Remember having that glass of gin on a Friday, whatever your tipple is. Nice pop of the cork on the wine bottle. Or if you don't drink, whatever your favourite soft drink is. Alright? This is where you really will get the benefits. It's 1 minute gone. And when you come out these sort of stretches, put bend in the elbows. Allow yourself to relax. Remember, the more tenser we are, the muscle will contract and it will be doing the opposite. You want it to relax, so send the breath in. Okay, 10 seconds. So what I would like you to do now is just start bending into the elbows, drawing your bum backwards or bringing your hands forwards, whatever's good for you. Just give yourself a bit of a shake. reset. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Just going to do a bit, thread the needle. So plant the right hand down into the middle. And we're going to inhale, rise to the left with our left hand. As we exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down under the right, placing the shoulder down, using the right hand for support. Okay. What I'd like you to do is take your right hand across your lower back and try and touch your left thigh. And what we're doing is opening up the shoulder. So you've got about 10 breaths on each side here. Open up the shoulder. There we go. And try and grab hold of that bit. You can only do that by opening up that shoulder. Okay. So let's actually bring that shoulder backwards. And then you can come down. Alright. Bring that shoulder back. Twisting the lumbar as well. And it's kind of reaching to touch the opposite thigh. Okay. Hands come back onto all fours. This side. When you're ready, we're going to go the opposite direction. Reaching up with the right hand first, and then moving down. Notice every time when you take your arm up, what's the flexibility like? Is it tight there? Is it tight there? You start to work this out as you become aware of your body. And then thread the needle through, and once again, take your arm to the place on your shoulder down. No, it's normally really good, but I think they've cleaned us not recommend. How are you doing here? You place this shoulder down in the earth and up into your you come up there, but raise that shoulder down. And then you use this one. That's it. Shoulder down, and then we use this one as a bit of support. Bring that back. That's that. I'm just going to roll this knee back slightly. Bring this knee back a little bit. Perfect. Okay, right, come out of that stretch. I'll just give you the shoulders a bit of a shake. Alright, we're going to do another one for 2 minutes, okay? Puppy dog. So, come onto all fours. Take your hands about 7 inches in front. You're going to keep your hips nice and high. Hips nice and high, nice. And you're just going to bring your chest down towards the earth. So your bum is staying nice and upright. And you can place your forehead on the earth. Now your hips should be over your knees. And you should be kind of forcing, opening up the armpits. Alright. And if you want more stretch, push the chest down. I'm fair with this one. Okay. Can you feel it flat? It's not too bad. Okay. Can you push your chest down a little bit more? Straight up your arms. That's it. Relax a little bit. Okay. Are you able to bring your knees back slightly? If you bring your knees back, it will enable you to push your chest further down. So knees back just a little bit more, that's perfect. Bring your chest down. Alright, so what we've got here is if you can't get your chest down, which is fine. Just become aware of your pectorals from the side. Alright? So pectorals, or it could be triceps. But we've got another 20 seconds to get. Alright. And come up there. Right. You're going to call that one a day now. Give yourself a nice kind of hug or however you feel you need to counteract. It's going to go into 5 minutes of relaxation. So, get your warm stuff up. When you're ready, come into your quiet pose or your shavasana. And then we'll go through. Is that light alright for you now, or should I turn that off? That's right, sure. Alright. So now just allow your shoulders, shake your shoulders into the earth. Allow your whole spine to just become heavy into the earth. Alright. So let's just start off. Apologies, no music today. So let's just start off with your head, your forehead. Just imagine now how relaxed that feels, and if it doesn't, you have control over those muscles. Just relax them down. Just notice the other small muscles around the eyes and around your jaw. Using your breath just to release. Now, because it's such a miserable day, I want you to imagine now that you are in a mystical, magical place. It could be outside in the meadows, it could be at the beach, it could be anywhere. But just use that powerful imagination to take you to that place. No one's there but you, or you could be with your favourite people, it's up to you. Just imagine the sun beaming down on your head, this nice big white light, beaming all the way down on your forehead, your crown chakra. It's just penetrating your whole body, from the outside to the inside. I want you to follow that white light as it continues to light up the inside of your body. So let's go with the mind first. This light is cleansing. It's warming, it's comforting, it's safe. And that white light now is circling around your shoulders and your neck, giving you a nice big hug around the shoulders. Circling its way down the spine from the top to the bottom. Just giving yourself permission to relax. That white light pushing down to your fingertips, relaxing releasing, closing. Circling around your hips. Just cleansing all your cells, every fibre of your being. And then all the way down to the legs. Relaxing, releasing. Just think of something lately or today that's made you feel grateful, thankful, happy. Anything positive that you can bring to mind. Just think of all the feelings you felt at the time. Think about how it made you feel, what you heard, what you saw. Bring all that into your heart and allow it to expand all the way to your fingertips, your toes, and the top of your head. And the feeling just makes you feel wonderful, safe, comforted and relaxed. Okay. So as we come back into the room, we're going to open and flutter our eyelids.